And this is while we do maintenance. See, the guy inside said it was fine. I opened the panel up. Let's see if I have this one. A52. I think I saw 51 will do. So all we got to do is loosen these two, one in the back. That way we can adjust it for a smaller belt. Shit. Never mind. What the hell happened? I can put it back in, but it's all fucked up. So I don't want to be responsible for it. I'm gonna leave it off and pull this out. And here I was thinking, you know, a bad belt to end the day. That's a nice one, right? A little extra change. A little extra to charge for, but we're not guaranteed to get this bid. I'm gonna get some prices. I'll let them know. Obviously I have to leave it off at some point. That whole catastrophic failure, which is the belt and blower wheel blowing out. It's probably gonna need some pulleys, but I don't think they're gonna approve that. I'm just gonna quote a blower assembly, the wheel, and go from there. So if you guys ever work on strip malls, it's always good to look around. Not only at your own units, but you can always go and leave your cards at the neighbors. There is a building occupied. They probably just don't know. These are newer over here. So there's always work out there if you go and get it.
And you can get help with your marketing and tracking those ads and seeing what works and what doesn't with CallRail, but now they launched their voice assistant. You can do it all now in CallRail with their new voice assist. It's an AI powered assistant that ensures that you never miss a lead. It answers all of your calls and handles leads 24/7. That way you can focus on what matters most, working in the field, taking the time off and not having to answer the calls after hours, weekends with your family, all of that stuff. So I'll be testing it very soon, and you can learn more in the description. I'll leave some links to help you get started. So check out CallRail for your call tracking, marketing, and now voice answering service.
Rain picked up, had to go back for my umbrella. So I normally carry common sizes here on some bit holders, and you can do this. There's a lot of lightning. There's a big storm coming this way. I'm just gonna get the bearing and come back. I don't have a torque screwdriver on me. Holy, it got crazy right now. Shit. Oh my God. I'm soaked. So what I was trying to say up there is I know I have them in the van, or at least a couple sizes. I don't have a Torx bit. A stupid star shape. I never have to use them. I've never changed this on a carrier. I've done it on train. God. And shit. So yeah, I usually keep like old uniforms. So this is from years ago. Just trying to tough it out. Trying to get in there. Had my umbrella. Was ready to stick it out. Maybe I was gonna pass, but it just got heavier and heavier, and it looks like it's gonna flood in this area too. I'm in a sketchy alley type place. A lot of dirt though, so it's all mud now. I'm literally stepping in I don't know, like 3 inches, 4 inches of water and mud, so can't do anything about that. All right, so we're gonna get out of here for now. Try to clear up my windows. Basically, I don't deal with a lot of Torx bits, screws, whatever. So, so I just don't have what I need. I could have came back to the van, tried the bits that I had, but it is what it is. I can't work like this. I'm drenched, and they don't need the AC today. Obviously, it's cool out. They do have another AC that works. This is just for the front area. So I'll put it back together. That pulley, that key, everything on that shaft looks like it's been beaten with a hammer or something before. So it's not in the greatest condition, but I told them I can probably get them by with just that bearing, but I wanted to look at it again and verify, but I just couldn't. I wanted to take it with me, I couldn't. So I'll see if they can get me. It is like completely flooded over here. Not to mention, I'm an hour and a half away. I'm out of town, so I'm really upset that this stupid random storm that came through is kind of ruining this. So I'm gonna go pick up a bearing, that little, I don't know if there's another word for it. Basically holds the shaft in place in the bracket. And my God, it's because I looked up, I had them look up a price on the whole thing. I was like, oh, we can just get you a new one. Don't worry about it. It's like $2,000. So they're not gonna want a $2,000 blower. Yeah, they're not gonna go for it. So see if we can make it work. It'll have to wait until next week because we got rain the rest of the week. And I tried. All right, here's our carrier. Thankfully, they didn't just call somebody else. They waited. I feel bad that it took nearly 2 weeks, but here we are. All right. So I do remember doing this one time. There are 3 screws right here that hold this panel. So I was like, that's kind of weird that it broke off. It's completely off. But this bolt right there just broke off. I'm kind of surprised at that, but let's see if we can even run it. All right, this is just one of those get it going. So that's the old one, placing the back bearing. I did buy both, but I'll wait on the front. So this takes a Torx bit. This is a T25. So we're gonna finish installing the new one on the back. The shaft is kind of screwed up, but it should run for now. We're gonna put this old one back on because it's gonna take, I'm gonna have to fight it to get it off. Probably need a puller anyway. But the shaft on the other side is worn out from when it was running with the bearings off. So it wore out on the end right there. I'm gonna try to find somewhere to grab so that the new bearing and this one will work. But yeah, for now, or I think it's salvageable. So we'll replace this shaft, actually, the whole shaft. I think we'll keep the motor or the wheel. It looks kind of messed up, actually. I'm gonna talk to my supply house, see what we can get, but for sure the shaft, preferably the wheel too. I tried to get the whole housing. That's like $2,000 our price, so I know they were kind of fighting some prices right now. So I told them I can get the bearings for now. It's the cheapest option, and right now that I get a closer look at it, since I took off the side panel, the shaft, we're gonna have to replace it. I don't usually do this kind of work, but we can remove this here and try to get that out, put in a new one, put the bearings new, and then we'll see if we can get the blower wheel as well, because it did scrape. So, but it'll probably work today, just for now, temporary. Yeah, it's still wobbly. So I think I have a quote. I'm gonna check my email for the wheel and shaft. I think they do have that. So I'm gonna let it run for a little bit, see if it can at least give them some cooling for today, and we're gonna end up having to replace that whole, or redo the wheel, because the shaft is making it wobble like really bad. So it's buttoned up. You can hear a little knock in the blower. Nothing crazy, just kind of made sure everything was not easily gonna come off. Just because for most of these customers, especially this one, hey, if it's cooling, don't worry about it. Just if it's cooling, leave it alone. When it breaks, we'll go through with the repair. So a lot of customers just think like that. There's nothing I can do. I would love to replace, like every unit I go to, I would love to give them a list of things that they absolutely should do, have to do. I need to do this. Bunch of money that I would make, you know, all that kind of stuff. But the reality is, you do stuff like this sometimes, right? So right now I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna stay here for a bit. I'm off the clock already, but let's stay here for a bit. Make sure it drops. I'm waiting for the 5-minute delay, and then make sure the wheel doesn't explode. Give them another reminder about what we found and what they need to do, and just make sure that we have it ready to pick up if we need it, because most likely they're gonna wait. So that's all it is. Sometimes you fix it, sometimes you don't. I didn't realize how bad the shaft was worn down. I thought it was more, you know, kind of worn a little bit. I didn't think it had been shaven down so much. So it got shaved down a lot to where it was hard to grasp the bearing on it, but I did it as tight as I could, the best as I could. Made sure the belt pulley was lined up, belt was tight but not too tight, and it runs, like I said, a little bit loose, but it runs. And if it cools, then they'll be happy to, you know, run it over the weekend and whatnot. So I think that's it for today. I'm gonna pack up everything, and like I said, just turned on, so let's see what the temp is. And of course, the motor gives out too, and I gotta get approval. I'm not gonna get that today, so add that to the bill. We got like 60s, I think. It's gonna take a while, and then it's not gonna be able to run 2 stages right now. This is the same customer that I got in trouble with. I got an earful about changing a capacitor. So I'm not going to change a motor without getting it authorized. So I know some guys are like, oh, fix it, you're there, you're wasting it, you're lazy. No, I just don't do work for free. And nothing against the customer, because I know some of them have found my channel. I understand, and they understand that the time is billable. So me coming back is a whole other invoice, hours, all that, especially out of town. So we're gonna leave it at that. You can't always fix everything. If you try to help the customer, that's why I said I wanted to get the whole assembly, because of past experience. And here we are again. I could not just replace the bearings. It needs more work. So couldn't see it last time because of the rain. So we kind of inspected it today, took it apart today. I had time, a little bit of time, after hours, and yeah, I need to get out of here and get some rest. I'm gonna go inside, talk to them, see what they want me to do about the motor, and go from there. All right, we're back. It actually held just fine, but remember the motor, I was gonna change it out, but I noticed that we got a little wobble. Check that, give it a second, and nothing. Check the new one. 7.4. So I'm just gonna pop this in real quick. Forgive me, I switch bags often. I forgot to load up some zip ties and plumbing straps, so I have to go back to get that, but I want to make sure it works. I'm actually here working on a reach-in or make line cooler, prep cooler. Simple call. It just had a dirty condenser which overheated the compressor, which started burning up one of the wires. So cleaned that out, repaired the wiring, replaced a piece of like a jumper. That's working fine. Like I said, cleaned it out and everything. And she was like, you know, it still gets stuffy every now and then. So I came up here, but the blower is still fully intact. My God, I feel so stupid that I didn't check the capacitor, because I even told you guys, hey, it's running backwards, and oh, it's bad, I don't want to deal with it today, I don't have time today, I'll come back and just change the motor. And brought the motor, realized the cap was swelled up, so that should have been the first thing I checked. But normally that hasn't happened to me in forever. I don't usually see bad capacitors, I usually see locked up motors. So I've had a lot going on. I've had installs that we've been rushing through. I had to go get my back teeth pulled yesterday after work, working today, so it's been a lot. But that blower is going on its full week already. It's like 4 days since I did that. It's still working. She just said every now and then it got stuffy, so it tripped out because of that motor not running. So I'm gonna run it, see how cold it gets. It's already like 65 going down, so I just want to make sure that it stays on, doesn't trip, gets cold for them. And then the next thing would be getting the shaft. That is something that they do have in stock here. If I want to get the wheel or the whole housing, they don't have that here, and that's another, I don't know how long it took, 2 weeks to get the bearings. So I think next we're just going to get the shaft and then kind of try to be done with it. I just want to, tell them it's good for now and not make it seem like, these are callbacks and these are, things that we can't fix. It's just, I didn't check everything. We didn't disassemble everything. We didn't go through everything the first time. So I'm finding out as I uncover more of it. All right, so sweetest lady there. She says she's from Austin and now she's managing this location. So a lot of this is my fault. I should have checked it more thoroughly the first time. But when I was on, when we saw it the first time on that maintenance, I saw the broken belt. I was going to replace the belt. Figured out that the wheel had came loose, so then I just shut it down so I could finish my other maintenances. And that was just going to be a service call, right? Oh, I'll come back, we'll take it apart, we'll see what it needs, all that. Try to come back, but it was a tornado, flood watch, everything like that came with it. And I got rained on. I wasn't able to take it apart, so I was trying to look at it. And then I was like, okay, I know I at least need the bearings. So when I ordered the bearings, I didn't want to make the trip back until I had at least the bearings. I feel bad. I could have done a little bit better. And now I'm going to close the ticket out. So replace the capacitor. I don't think they're going to complain for an extra $50. It's a Titan capacitor. I used to use more expensive ones. I still do because they are universal as far as the sizes, but my permanent capacitor replacements are Titan, preferably Titan HD. Titan HD is USA made, 10-year warranty now, and the Titan Pro, same company but made, I think it's made in China, it is 5-year warranty. So either way you go from these Titan capacitors, industry leading warranty. Now I'm not gonna, the old one was a Titan Pro. I'm not gonna claim anything because like I said, they sponsor the channel. That's not a big deal. But you guys that are watching, if you guys use any Titan HD or Titan Pro capacitors, just know that you now have that warranty. Just have confidence in these capacitors now. So I thought that was really cool. That's a big deal. That's something that I looked at as far as other brands, like, what material is in the capacitor, because that makes a difference. And then what is a warranty on it? Even if you never use the warranty, like I don't know if I would use it that much. Just the confidence, if they believe in their product that much, then you're like, okay, cool, this is probably gonna last a good time. So again, I wish I would have caught all these things quicker. I wish I wouldn't have got rained out that other time, but it is what it is. Every now and then you get things like this that happen. So on the next quote, it'll be the shaft. I was able to find that locally. And the second bearing, I only replaced one. Like, these are the types of callbacks that I get, and which I'm not too I don't get down about it, because a lot of it was just, you know, I wasn't able to do something, or they need to get approval. I don't want to change out something or get too deep and then not get paid. That's always in the back of my mind as a business owner. You know, stuff happens. Just slow down. I don't like to rush either, but I had all that going on. I've had dentist appointments that I'm trying to get squeezed in, doctor things, my stuff with my kids. They're testing right now, like content that I need to do, sponsorships. Like it's a lot. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. I know I ranted a little bit, but got them some cooling, fixed a few things, and I'll be back to do that shaft on the Carrier. So I know they have that. I'm gonna go pick that up right now, and then just trying to finish my week with everything else that I got scheduled. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you guys.